Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Arnie. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to do the validation using ROC Curve and the AUC using Google Earth engines. But first of all, we talk about this validation. So what is ROC? ROC or receiver operating characteristic is a curve showing the performance of a classification model across all classification threshold. So and the AUC is area under the curve. Is the area under the curve, under the ROC curve, reflect the model's ability to distinguish between classes. And this one, the interpretations of the AOC actually, the results of the AUC is from 0 to 1. 1 is perfect. The model's 100% accurate in distinguishing classes. And if AUC is around 0.5, it means random, guys, or no discriminative ability. And if AUC less than 0.5, it means worse than random or incorrect classifications. And there is another interpretations of the AUC is from 0 to 0.6 to 0.7. 0.8 it means it's acceptable. 0.8 to 0.9 it means good, and from 0.9 to near to 1 it means very good. The model can predictions, or the model can classify and can distinguish of the classes. And this is the methodology of the ROC in remote sensings. So actually, in remote sensings, it can apply to land cover classification to assess the accuracy in distinguishing between type of land cover. And for chain detections, it can used to monitor environmental changes by comparing the satellite images over time. And for disaster monitoring, it can apply to evaluate accuracy in identifying areas affected by disaster like floods, fire, and landslide. And for vegetation analysis, we can analyzing the health of the vegetation using spectral indices like NDVI to detect stress or diseases. And this one is the methodology. So it's used continuous prediction. So we have, for example, here is landslide susceptibility map. So it will the map it should in continuous view predictions from low to high. And then after that we should have the reference data for reference data, you can get it, yeah, from ground field, ground data, or from the high spatial satellite imagery, using as a reference data, or another satellite that have yeah, good accuracy. But yeah, the first one, if you have reference data from the field, it will be better. And then the third step is we will calculate the TPR and FVR. TPR is a true positive rate, and FVR is false positive rate. And how to calculate it is, yeah, this one is the threshold, and this one is the formula. And after that, we will get the ROC curve generation, based on this calculation or formula. And as I mentioned before, there is and after that, after we get the ROC curve, we will try to calculate the AUC to evaluate our model or our math. Yeah, it's can distinguish the class, or can predict the model is a good prediction or not. Based on the AUC value, we can, yeah, say it is random or not, or it's, yeah, good classify or not, something like that. So that's a little bit about the ROC and AUC. Actually, it's not only in this validation and accuracy formula. It's not using only in the remote sensing, but you can use in the, yeah, other case, like in, yeah, not only in remote sensings. Okay, let's jump to the Google Earth engines. So first, you should sign in this platform. After you sign in, you can go to the code editor. Actually, today I have already write the code for the AUC to calculate the AUC. So here I will use let's run it again. I'll run it first. So here I will try to use the ROI from my friend's country, from Myanmar, Mio. I have one friend there, and now we try to write a paper about this. So this variable is for yeah, from my assets. I import it to this window, and this code is to, yeah, showing the map for my ROI, or region of interest. And this one is the variable for landslide point and non-landslide point. As I mentioned before, that we should have the reference data from the field, so you can use directly go to the field and get the sample or get the data from the field, or you can use high spatial resolution from the satellite imagery. So in this case, we use the data from the satellite imagery, because this area is very difficult to get the sample. And my friend said this area is very danger, because yeah, there is so many, yeah, war and something like that, yeah, political issue in this area. But so we for the reference data, we use from the high spatial resolution from satellite imagery. And this one is only to add our ROI to this window. So this one, the result is this one. And as I mentioned before, we already have the landslide point and non-landslide point that we sampling by ourselves. And this one is for import the landslide point and get the label is as 1 and non-landslide as 0. And this one is for print and to know how many sample that we from landslide and non-landslide point. So here in the console we get that the landslide point is 350 and non-landslide point is 350, and this one is the total of the point, landslide and non-landslide. So this one is only for give the value our landslide from these all points. We will try to give the value. So if we try to print this sample, actually, so we will get this picture collection. So this sample is the format is in picture collection because it in points, and in every picture collection we will get the type is point. And another thing is here the score, it should be B1. So here we try to add the score properties as B1, and the variable for label property is 1. You can check it one by one by yourself. For label 1, the score property is 0.3307. Okay, so every picture collection have their unique B1s. Just try this ones. So this one is different. B1 is the value is 0.26 and the label is 0. Okay, that's about the properties here. And another thing is about the and for this code is only sorted the sample, this data set, sorted from the highest to the lowest susceptibility score to build the ROC curve. And this variable or these lines is to compute the total number of the landslide and non-landslide sample. And this line is to sorted samples are converted to a list to enable cumulative the ROC calculations. And finally is compute the ROC table, TPR and APR here. So what is here is first is this one is for this loop is calculates cumulative uh, true positive rate or TPR and false positive rate for each threshold. And then this one is for the uh, convert the ROC result to picture collection. So you can see here the loops. And yeah, for analyzing for the visualizations, analysis and for visualization. So this code is this one is for the function as and this one finally we try to print it and it will be showing here our ROC curve. So you can get this ROC curve even in this in the console panel. And then is calculate the AUC using the trapezoidal rule here. So this function actually to calculate the AUC using the trapezoid rules and to quantify the overall of the model performance. And this one is to print the AUC value. So here we got the AUC value is around what is the 0.65. And yes, and this one is to plot the ROC curve to get the ROC curve here, chart his. And this one is for the export our data or our math to our G drive. And actually you can go to the touch panel, and in the touch panel you will get the ROC data, and from that ROC data you can maybe continue your work in the Excel or another software from your PC or your laptop. And yes, this is about the map. And this one is the landslide susceptibility map we get from using Google Earth Engine to calculate the landslide susceptibility map with the 16 parameter there. And for this map, we use the ASP method to get the landslide susceptibility map. And after that, after we get this map, we re-upload again or insert again to the Google Earth engines. And this one is the what is the landslide point and non-landslide points in our study area. So that's from my side today. I hope you can learn something about this tutorial. And if you have any question, you can ask in the comment or directly send me message to my email. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.